This is 911. Do you have an emergency?
Today on Rescue 911, hiker's nightmare. A young boy suffers a deadly fall. Now, courageous rescuers form a human chain.
One wrong jolt.
To raise him from the perilous chasm.
He could have been paralyzed the rest of his life.
Then, a pregnant mom is in distress.
He's hardly breathing.
Now, survival for mother and her unborn child
I don't know what to do.
is in the hands of her daughter on Rescue 911.
We begin on April 7th, 1991 in Sutton, Massachusetts, as Russian emigre Simon Besher and his family set out to explore some of the beauty of their new country.
That's so cool. Let's go check it out.
It was a nice spring day, and we decided to go to Purgatory Chasm.
You guys take it easy.
It's a very rocky place with the caves on the bottom and very high cliffs.
Simon and his wife Olga had never taken their family hiking in Purgatory Chasm before.
Friends of ours told it's very beautiful, it's unusual and interesting. We like to see new places, we like go out, we like American nature.
My brother Greg, he's 14 years old. Sometimes he can be very annoying. But he's a nice guy too.
Greg often spent time with his brother's children, especially Philip, Simon's 12-year-old son.
We were really good friends, and if he didn't came to America with me, who would I play with? Who would I go fishing with? Who would I fight with?
Simon tried to stop them. So all the time he told them, stop, it's enough. Don't run like a crazy, just sit down.
Their faces were red like tomatoes.
I said, well, it's all right. It's a perfect place for them. They can play.
Several people hiking nearby heard the children's cries for help, including park ranger David Pottles.
I looked down and there was someone lying on the opposite side of the chasm floor. I watched for a few seconds and didn't see any movement. I realized in the rocky area that he fell that his injuries had to be substantial.
An officer on patrol just outside the park was immediately dispatched to the scene.
Victim has fallen from the chasm.
From more than 15 miles away, the nearest advanced life support unit was also sent, including paramedic Raymond Cord.
We frequently get calls down there for sprained ankles, people who scrape their knees, so we initially thought it was just another one of those chasm-type calls.
Hold your head still.
I was really scared. He was crying in Russian, he was crying in English. He was complaining on the pain. He couldn't breathe.
Where he fell from? Oh my God.
I am trained paramedic in my background, and I've seen lots of cases like this. And I thought he was just the bag with the bones.
When we continue.
And I asked, is this the rock he fell from? And everybody said no and pointed up to the top of the cliff. And that's when I knew we had problems.
Спокойно.
14-year-old Greg Besher was hiking with his older brother's family when he fell off a cliff, plunging 35 feet to the ground below. Though rescue units were on their way to the scene, Greg's family had no idea how much longer he could survive without help.
Greg was like screaming that he couldn't breathe and stuff, cried very loud, and I was thinking in my head that if nobody's gonna rescue him, then he's gonna die.
The first police officer on the scene was Lieutenant John Annis.
Keep him stable. Okay. Get somebody to get him.
There's a lump that forms in your throat, and that lump is, you're in fear for him because it was a long drop.
Please send the ambulance and the rescue squad down to Purgatory.
When Lieutenant Annis radioed in the seriousness of the situation, the Sutton Fire Department dispatched a unit specially trained in mountain rescues.
Okay, try to hold your head.
Don't hold me.
I gotta hold your head. No, I gotta hold you. We gotta hold you.
Is somebody coming or not?
Paramedic Cord arrived within 20 minutes.
There was a large rock next to him, and that's what we assumed he fell off of.
Good. His name is Greg. I'm his brother.
Greg, okay.
Greg, try to relax.
At that point, I asked, is this the rock he fell from? And everybody said no and pointed up to the top of the cliff.
All the way up?
All the way up.
And that's when I knew we had problems. His pulse rate was up and his blood pressure was down. And he didn't have any lung sounds on the left side of his chest.
This is some oxygen for you, Greg.
Okay. His lungs were very much like balloons. And his left one, when he hit the ground, just popped.
I can't imagine my son without Greg, Alisa without Greg. Nobody can be the same like a Greg. Very gentle, fun, and loving.
If he'd fallen flat on his back, he could have fractured his spine, and so we were working to immobilize him.
One wrong jolt, and he could have been paralyzed the rest of his life. It was too rough for any one group to carry him.
A human chain was formed to pass the boy up out of the chasm.
They carried him like a coffin, and they take a turn and they pass him to another hand.
I was with Gregory all the time, and I could see all these people being so great. The basket was moving so fast and so smoothly, like it was moving by itself.
They were going as fast as they could, as carefully as they could, and I didn't want them to panic and drop him, so I didn't tell them that he was getting a lot worse.
On the rock. Careful.
The left side of his chest was rapidly expanding because of the pressure that was building up inside, which presses against the good lung and his heart, so they don't work as well.
Left side is really coming up here.
His breathing was getting much worse. His vital signs were getting worse. His blood pressure was falling. He was rapidly deteriorating.
Raymond radioed ahead to St. Vincent Hospital and spoke with the emergency physician on duty, Dr. Bob McCarran.
Dr. McCarran, over. They basically fed me a very specific picture that required a specific treatment, and a few minutes could be the difference between the kid surviving and not surviving.
Still very diminished on the left.
We asked him permission to place a needle through his chest wall and relieve the pressure that has built up from the hole in his lung. It's an invasive technique. It's a dangerous technique, but it's a last-ditch effort to save someone's life.
The delicate procedure was performed en route. After 20 minutes, Greg arrived at the hospital in critical condition.
Got him nasally intubated. Pressure's coming up, his heart rate's going down.
They took EKG and a whole bunch of X-rays. And then I had to call my parents.
Greg's parents, Frida and Roman Besher, rushed to the hospital to be with their son.
Когда мы приехали в госпиталь, When we came to the hospital and we were brought into Greg's room, we were shocked. He was hooked up to tubes, multiple tubes. He was completely in this tube web. It was an awful scene.
They told us that he broke his skull, his back, and his ribs, and that both of his lungs is cut. So, because I'm a doctor, I could understand how it's dangerous and what could be.
Greg's family stayed at the hospital 24 hours a day while his condition slowly improved.
It just took 50 years from our lives. Sometimes I think he forgot what happened to him. Can you hear me? Sometimes I think he doesn't remember this horror. Open your eyes. But he's got no permanent damage, and he's again in pain. He really can be pain in the neck.
Greg Besher spent 2 months in a body cast recovering from his injuries.
I had the cast from my chest to my knee for 2 months, and then from my chest to my waist for 1 month. So the worst part was to be, itchy and not take a shower for a long time.
I want to thank everybody who saved my son. People helped us from the beginning, from the first moment. God bless America, and God bless American people.
If I saw those paramedics, I would say thanks to them. And I would say keep up a good work, and I would say I wouldn't run around in that place again.
I was really worried about him because we've been in bodies so long, and how am I gonna do? How am I gonna be without him? The worst part, he would go through what if I died. He would be very bored.
He's gentle, and he's a lot of fun. He's a great kid. I love him.
On the afternoon of October 30th, 1991 in Fresno, California, Carol Arzati had to go pick up her young daughter from the babysitter. Her 12-year-old son, Aaron, was left home alone for no more than an hour.
Aaron had a firecracker in his room. The kid at school walked up to him and said, "Hey, Aaron, here," and gave it to him.
A call for help came into 911 at 4:32 p.m.
And you're hurt?
Yeah.
What happened?
I did an M80 in the house and it blew my hand off.
Okay. Stay right there.
Okay.
Just cover it up. Stop the bleeding, okay?
Okay.
Stay on the line. Hold on.
Yes.
The call was routed to an EMS dispatcher specially trained to administer medical aid over the phone, Franz Melcher.
Ambulance dispatch. All right, fire transfer. We're going to roll on this. Okay. Hello? Listen, what's wrong?
I blew my hand off. I don't bleed.
You blew it off?
Yeah,
okay.
lady.
Ma'am, is there somebody else there I could talk to?
Yes. No, I'm all bleeding out.
Rescue units with the Fresno Fire and Police Departments and an ambulance from a nearby hospital were immediately sent to the scene.
Okay, are you sitting down?
Yeah, I'm on the kitchen floor.
Okay, are you sitting down?
Yes.
Okay, what you need to do is you need to get a clean, dry cloth.
Yeah.
And put it right on the end. Is it completely off?
The main thing I needed to do was get the blood stopped.
Is it completely off?
Initially, he was real hard to get under control. I just wanted to keep talking to him and keep him calm.
All right, what's your name? Listen, the ambulance is already on the way.
Okay.
What is your name?
Ann Magical.
Ann?
Yeah.
He said Ann, and I didn't realize it was a boy.
Okay, listen, Ann, the paramedics are on the way.
I wanted to get his name so that I could develop a rapport with him, someone that he could trust.
Okay, how did this happen?
I was just messing around with the M80 and I blew my hand off.
Okay.
It's not off, but it's all mangled. To the inside of my hand. Help me.
When I found it was the M80, I was really concerned because they are the equivalent to a fourth of a stick of dynamite.
Did you get the cloth?
Yes,
Listen.
Ann? It's bleeding.
Yes, listen, I understand that.
If he was holding in his hand at that age, his hand being so small, I really thought he'd lose his hand.
Take it, put the towel over it.
And I didn't want him to believe that because he would become completely hysterical.
Yeah.
Okay, raise it up so it's even with your shoulder.
Even with my shoulder.
And listen to me. It's going to hurt when you squeeze down, but you need to squeeze it down to stop the flow of blood, okay?
Shoulder?
You can hold it straight out in front of you. Just hold it up even with your shoulder above your heart.
Yeah.
By covering his hand up with the towel also, he's not going to be able to see his hand. So it's going to take his mind off that and then just listen to me telling him what to do.
This seems like a dream.
Okay, how old are you, Ann?
I'm 12.
12 years old?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my shoulder, my hand is all bleeding and everything.
I understand that. Listen to me.
When I was 14 years old, one of my friends was playing with a cherry bomb, and it went off in his hand. His hand was closed when it went off, and he lost his hand because of it. It's something you don't really forget.
And they're on their way as fast as possible. They can't get there any faster.
I'm gonna die.
You're not. And listen, it's your hand. That's probably not going to happen. Okay.
Do I lose my hand?
I don't know. I can't see it.
Okay.
I didn't want to promise him anything that wouldn't come true.
Okay. Yeah. And listen.
This is something a 12-year-old should not have to endure.
I heard this, oh! I thought, what was that? Thinking, oh, he was watching a movie.
Is anybody there with you by yourself?
No, my mom's just coming home. My son?
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You hold that for me? I remember hearing the sirens. But we're very close to the hospital. Sirens are a common occurrence. I didn't think twice. The smoke was filling the room. I just said, what happened? Disbelief? Oh, come on, it can't be that bad. There was very much of a belief after I opened it and looked at it.
What's going on? I don't know.
Okay, ma'am, just make sure that you don't lose the child. The paramedics will be there in just a few minutes.
Here.
Once they arrived, I was totally confident that the child would be taken well care of.
Come on over there. Come on over there.
When I looked at that hand, I did not see any fingers. I saw a stub. I saw a big, that's it.
Paramedic Kurt Kindig treated Aaron's hand at the scene.
We were trying not to get him to look at his hand when we were unwrapping it.
Aaron, can you wiggle your fingers for me?
I thought that he was going to be deformed or disabled for the rest of his life.
He kept saying, I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm gonna ride the motorcycle.
All I could think of was him with all his fears, all of his dreads of what life without a hand is going to be. Mom, I blew my hand off. I will always remember that. It will never go away.
At St. Agnes Hospital, doctors, including plastic surgeon George Mowry, managed to save Aaron's hand. But he still faces months of painful physical therapy, and his hand will never be the same again.
Wendy's, all of them.
Aaron's made dramatic strides, and that's largely due to his ability to tolerate the pain required for him to move his hand. I think that we are extremely lucky. He's going to have a shortened middle finger because the tip was blown away. And he'll have some diminished strength, but it could have blown his hand completely off. So I think he's very lucky.
In 1990, more than 12,000 people were treated for injuries involving fireworks. Nearly half were children under the age of 15.
When I was at the hospital, I just thought how stupid I was to fool around with one at all.
He is a good boy. He's very bright. I think he feels bad, like, boy, I blew it.
I always thought, no, I'm never going to get my hand blown off with a firecracker. I'm not that stupid. No, there's no way.
Ignorance is the worst part. I don't think I ever had any real anger towards him about it. I was angry at the situation. You know, it's like a gun. Let them know how dangerous they are somehow, some way. You know, get educated. I wasn't.
On Christmas Eve of 1991 in North Pole, Alaska, Rick Bourne decided to take his 3-year-old daughter, Ashley, for a ride on the family's dog sled, as they've done so many times in the past. He had no idea that this time would be so different.
Okay, Ashley, now I want you to be really careful, okay? And listen to what Daddy says.
My husband loves dog sledding. He is just a fanatic.
You gotta be a good girl and be careful.
I get a little paranoid about him taking Ashley out. There's too many things that could happen.
You should be really good, all right? And listen to Daddy, okay?
Ashley loves to be with her dad. She loves to be out there wherever he is. She would do just about anything. I don't know how or why, but she does it.
On that afternoon, it was 5 degrees below zero.
I'll get these dogs hooked up and we'll go mushing today.
Normally I'd anchor the dogs off when I hook them up, so if they ever decide to take off, they're anchored down. But the dogs have always set in their spot, so that day I decided not to use it.
Come on, Bill.
Usually when they hook up the team, it usually goes fairly smooth, but that day for some reason they were a little jitterish. I should have picked up on that.
Stop! Stop!
I yelled my command stop as soon as they took off, but they would not stop. I just watched the sled pull away from me. I could hear Ashley screaming the whole time. She was yelling at the dogs to stop, and then she was yelling for Daddy to help, and I just felt so helpless. Being as cold as it was, my hair froze and my face froze. There was absolutely nothing I could do but pray and just keep on moving and hope that somebody or something came along. But being Christmas Eve, I really didn't expect to see anyone out there.
Rick kept searching without finding any sign of the sled. More than 30 minutes went by.
The thought of her dying ran through my mind. It was a horrifying thought, but they were heading down in an area where there were so many different trails that just go for so many miles. I knew that without help, there was no way in the world that I could find my little girl.
Sean Aldrich and Brett Lewis, 2 off-duty medics, happened to be snowmobiling in the area that day.
We got down the trail about approximately 2 miles. This man comes running straight at me.
I have a runaway dog to you. I need your help. My little girl's on the back. I'll take it on.
The man told me that the dog team had got about a 45-minute jump on us. So I knew we had to cover some ground. We had to act quick. If she wasn't found within an hour to an hour and a half or so, the girl could have died. The temperature takes its toll real quick. We were doing speeds about 72 to 75 miles an hour because up here the sun dumps real quick. And once that happens, there's no light at all.
The first sign we saw of Ashley was a sleeping bag. The first thing that came to my mind was, oh my God, she's dead, because the sleeping bag was not moving. But there was nothing in the sleeping bag. And at that point, I really didn't know what to think, but that she was going to freeze to death. I knew that the cold had to be getting to her. When it's that cold, you don't just start getting cold and you feel numb. The coldness bites into you. You can feel it just biting you. It's like a burn. It really hurts. I knew Ashley had been hurting really bad at that time. I was begging God to help me and help Ashley.
I was behind Brett, and I saw the little girl waving her arms.
It was a great relief to see Ashley. I just wanted to hold her. And then the next thing that was through my mind was, well, let's see how much damage we have here.
You okay, Ashley? Are you okay? You're cold?
When I first got to the little girl, she was as cold as a popsicle. Her hands were pretty cold, and her arms were shaking in the air. It was hard to tell if she was shivering at that point because she was so excited about seeing her father.
What's your name?
Okay. You got Dan bring back the truck and get her warmed up and I'll head down.
I made a quick assessment of the little girl's injuries, and I did notice frostbite on her cheek, and it looked like she might have had some on one of her hands.
Yeah.
If we hadn't found her when we did, I doubt that she would have survived the night out there.
They rushed Ashley back to where Rick had left his truck, and he took her home. Brett decided to search for the missing team of dogs.
I found a trail that turned off to the right, another trail, and I got onto it, and it dumped right out onto the railroad tracks. And I looked down the tracks, and the dogs were running down the center of the tracks. I tried to get my snow machine up alongside of them because they were running too fast for me to jump off and catch them. Finally, I got one hand on the sled and jumped from my snow machine, and the dogs felt the weight of me and slowed them down, and they stopped.
After Brett had told me what he had to go through to retrieve those dogs, to me it just seemed it was above and beyond his call of duty. Helping me find my daughter was a top priority. Helping me track down my dog team was beyond what you'd expect from a normal person.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Ashley's father was pretty grateful that his daughter was okay and that the dog team was unhurt.
I'm not going to do it without you.
How's Ashley doing?
She's doing fine now. She's at home with her mom getting warmed up.
I know if I'm broke down on the highway, I'd certainly want somebody to stop and help me. You could be in the same boat, so I don't feel I'm a hero. I do feel that it was fortunate that Brett and myself happened to be in the area.
I couldn't have made it without you guys. It's you guys' help.
The main thing was that Ashley was okay, and it was a pretty good Christmas present.
Hey, want to get a match?
3-year-old Ashley Bourne did suffer some frostbite, but within a week it was completely healed. In the tiny village of North Pole, Alaska, One family discovered that year that Christmas wishes really can come true.
Very good, Ashley. You're doing so good. You're doing good.
We got a special Christmas gift that year. We got our daughter's life. She just fills the room with love. When you're around her, you just automatically love Ashley. If she wasn't here, it would break my heart not to have her with us now. I can't picture my life without Ashley.
We still go out sledding. She still likes to. She still yells her commands at the dogs after I do. But she's always quick to remind me to anchor the sled before she gets in the basket.
I like to go with my dog sledding with my daddy. Because I love go dog sledding. Because I love my daddy.